This week we enter the home stretch on the march towards Christmas. As you make your last-minute shopping decisions, don't forget to stuff those stockings full of delicious chocolate. And if you're looking for some recommendations, then go no further. Today we taste 3 chocolate treats just in time for old Kris Kringle to make some last-minute changes before he slides down the chimney, slams candy into those socks, and asks, "You tried it?" You Tried Dat. I'm Nick Nowak with the pals Chad Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hey there.
And boys, nothing says Christmas time like getting your vehicle's emissions tested.
Yes.
Does Santa Claus have to get his sleigh emissions? And by that, I mean the reindeer farts. The sleigh emissions, right?
Yeah, right.
Isn't apparently farting animals like worse for the ozone than anything?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Cows are like the ones ruining the planet.
Yeah,
So,
not us.
Right.
Yeah, not people. No, it's the fucking cows. So I imagine the reindeers, they're like even up closer, right, to the ozone.
Yeah.
And they're like just tearing it apart as they fart. That's how that works, right?
Yeah, they're in the ozone. It's not pollution. It's Santa's fault.
Less ground for the farts to cover. They're quickly ripping holes in
It's
the
like
ozone.
super concentrated, you know what I mean? Like that's what it is up there.
I watched that
Disperse.
Al Gore documentary, like An Inconvenient Truth, and it was all about how reindeer farts are killing the environment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's that part where there's like the graph, right? And he's standing on like a forklift, and the forklift just goes up because he's actually pointing like how high in the sky the reindeer farts are. At that part of the movie.
Yep. You got it. Yeah.
It's a graph of fart height.
Fuck you, Blitzen.
All right, Gaiji.
Yeah. So I had to get my nocturnal emissions check. Oh, sorry. No, we're talking about the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of died. That was gold. So yeah, I needed to get my emissions checked. And actually kind of part of me, it's like an easy chore to have to do. You just sit in your car. You just drive somewhere, sit in your car, get out, and then leave. It's like it kills like a good hour on the weekend. It's something I can take care of. Makes me feel good. I can check something off the list. So I took my car in, and this like old man. Now it's here in Chicago area. It is cold as shit already. So the guy is like bundled up to the teeth, like literally like a face mask covering his mouth, everything.
It's a shitty job.
It's a bad job. I don't envy him at all, especially on the weekend.
Stuck
it's
outside
packed.
in a cold weather, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Props to the people willing to do that.
Yes.
Because I ain't one of them.
So, it's the normal thing of, put the car in park, open the door, don't get out. I'm like, okay. And he was like pulling down his mask to tell me. I'm like, yeah, got it. So he tells me to go sit in the corner. So I go get out of the car and I go sit. And it takes like whatever, the 5 minutes to do the test. Then he goes, come on. He waves me over. And I have my window rolled down. And he has his face mask up. And he's like super old and crotchety. So like basically I hear. Yeah. So what I hear is like. And then he goes. And then he goes. Get the ticket on the left. And I go. And he like shoves the paper in my door and I go, get the ticket. Like I was confused. I'm like, I've never had to get anything afterward. I'm like, what do you mean get the ticket? And he literally pulls down his face mask, gets this far from my face and goes, you want me to fucking say it all again? He just screamed at me. And I was like,
yes, please.
And I said, I just don't know what you mean by ticket. He's like, do you need a ticket or not? I go, you tell me, you run the fucking place. And I started yelling back at him. So then he goes, guys, no. And he starts pacing back and forth. And I'm like, I finally said, I don't need this shit really loudly. And I pulled up my window and I was about to pull it. I go, stop. And I'm like, I'll check if you need a ticket. And I'm like, what ticket? And he goes,
does he mean something you need to send back to the government for like proof or something?
No.
I thought that all got sent electronically.
He goes, the ticket for your license plate. I'm like, are you talking about the fucking sticker? Because you can buy the sticker at the admissions place.
Oh,
he
I
goes,
didn't know that.
Yeah, the sticker, whatever. I'm like, it's very different.
Yeah.
So he's going, I'll check if you need a sticker. I'm like, I don't need a sticker. So I'm rolling up the window and he's running around my car and I finally pull down and I go, I'm taking off. And I drove like a maniac out of the place because I'm so fucking mad at this guy. It was just like, what you said is correct. Like, I feel bad for him. It's a shitty job. He deals with dipshits all day like me. But I was just very taken aback when he's doing the Charlie Brown's teacher. Like, and then I ask, and I wasn't like, what the fuck did you say? I'm like, ticket? Like, I don't know what you mean. He goes, and then he just screams fuck in my face. I'm like, what the hell? And then he's literally like pacing around like he's going to fight me. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not, you guys know, I'm not really the guy you'd pick in a fight, but I could beat the fuck out of this frail old man. All right. Like,
and I will.
He didn't want none of this. So I killed him and then I had to take off. But
I think this was the problem with people trying to get the Taylor Swift tickets. This guy was in charge.
Do you need a ticket? Then call Ticketmaster or whatever.
Yeah. He's so angry.
Do you need a Taylor Swift on your license plate? Do you? What?
I'll check.
They waited for hours online at Ticketmaster, and then they got connected to this audio of this guy going,
fucking shake it off. But I like how he acted to me like I was the moron. I was like, you're not making any sense. Now, granted, I have done the process before. I probably should have known, oh, yeah, you can buy your license plate
sticker. Like, do you normally, though, buy the sticker at this?
No, you do it to the mail, like when they tell me to.
I've never once ever been offered that at a smog check place. Like, this is the first I'm hearing that you can do that at a smog check place.
At least here you can.
I always just get the thing in the mail and then like pay online, and then they mail it to me like 2 weeks later or whatever.
Why would I drive out to go get it from this surly old douchebag? So he was, and it was just straight. And then he wanted to go check, and I'm like, I know if my license plates are expired. Also, if you work here, you should know it's not called a ticket.
Well, it is now.
Tickets.
Merry Christmas, that guy.
Yeah, fucking that guy. He has coal in his fucking stocking.
Do you need a Xanax?
You want me to read it all over again? He's like screaming at his psychiatrist, like, I'll write this prescription. Jesus Christ.
All right.
So Merry Christmas to everyone with that fucker. I'm still mad at that guy. I was literally
today?
Yes, it was this morning, and I'm like a pretty non-confrontational person, but like even I was getting to be like, I'm gonna start screaming at this guy. I was getting really fucking angry, and I was like, no, you know what? I don't need this, and I'm like rolling my window up. I'm like, this
were other people like staring at you?
Maybe at him. I'm in the car. Right? They probably just see me going like this, like from the backseat. Like, what are you talking about?
Wow,
fucking insane person.
It's like one of those weird fights that goes from like 0 to 60 over literally nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There's no reason there should be an argument here.
Yeah,
and yet you guys are at each other's throats.
Arlington Heights man stabbed through aorta at fucking air clean facility.
All right, let's eat some chocolate because we've lined some of these up at the end of the year. I know, Chad, you had a thought that it's late in the year. Mm-hmm. There's nary a chance left to get something on Mount Snackmore.
This is the final chance, yeah. Right here.
So we've rearranged some of our plans to put things that we thought might be tasty in this position.
By the way, Becky, that means not the shit you gave us.
Because we said it. We said it in our 2021 recap that 2022 was going to be a more positive year, right? Because we tried so much shit last year. This was going to be a good year, and I mean, we'll find out when we get to the year end recap if that was actually true. I think we partially did it, but I don't think we did it as well as I'd sort of hoped. You know, I really did want to try a lot of good stuff, and man, I just feel like we dished out so many fucking hates this year.
Maybe today can save the day. Now, Geiger, are these snacks are snacks you got right in Florida?
Yeah, we were at Disney. I think I mentioned that in a recent episode, and we were in the country village thing where there's all the little different
World Showcase. It's called.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, got it. It's right by the one sit and shit that everyone likes to go to. But it's got like the French, the English, whatever. So we went to the English one, and they had a bunch of candy, and so I got some from there. So it's Disney, it's Epcot / these are more just like British snacks, not specific to Disney World. But
so these were not delivered to your hands by the hurricane itself. Did not deposit these into your hands.
No one used their weather powers to blow the candy into my hands.
Right. When you bought these in the fake France, were they like, La ticket? Oh, what?
Well,
a receipt? Is there...
Ich bin Scheißkopf. Actually, that means I am shithead. They probably wouldn't yell that at me.
I'm so disappointed. I heard, so last time I was at Epcot was like maybe 12 years ago. Actually, went for my wife's 30th. And I heard that they got rid of there was in Norway, there was like this hilarious troll ride. And, there was like a boat ride. And it was all like based on trolls, because like trolls are a thing in Norway, I guess. I don't know. And I heard that they changed it now, and the boat ride is like themed after some fucking lame Disney property or something.
It's possible, yeah, I don't know.
But now it's like the Incredibles Norway boat ride or something.
So they picked a property that has nothing to do with Norway. I'm guessing it's probably the Frozen ride.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. And actually is kind of fun. It's like a boat ride.
Oh yeah, did you ride it when you were there?
Yeah.
Okay, so nice. I wonder if they changed, because there was one part that I always thought was super cool for like a boat ride, which is where like you're going and it looks like you like pop out of the building like you're gonna fall off the track, and then it stops you, and then like the track changes, and now the boat starts going backwards. Does it still do that? Or no?
I don't know about.
And then you like go down a little incline backwards.
That's right.
Yeah, I think so. I know there's another thing in Epcot too that's more of like a roller coaster, like an alpine thing that like.
Is not what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay. It makes it look like you're. I know. The only reason I'm saying it makes it look like you're about to crash, and then you go backward. But
okay.
Yeah,
there's a thing in the parking lot too.
Yeah,
you nearly slam into a guy at the ticket booth.
And then you back up over him as he's trying to check your license plate. Fucking asshole.
But I remember specifically from that Norway ride, I don't know. You know how sometimes you get like, there'll be like a quote or like, something like that is just stuck in your head for your entire life. And I don't know why, but ever since the first time I went to Disney World as a little kid, I remember there was a line in the speaker that came over like when you first started that Norway boat ride. It was just somebody with like a terrible Norwegian accent just saying like, "You are not the first to pass this way, nor will you be the last." And like, I don't know why, but I will never forget that audio of that quote.
One of the things making me laugh is we went on It's a Small World, and there's a lot of things in that ride that should probably be updated. It was like a lot of like Native Americans maybe not represented the right way exactly, and Chinese people being very stereotypical Chinese people in there. I was like, So,
and the worst fucking song in history.
Yeah, well, and there was that whole section with like Mickey dressed as Hitler that I wasn't expecting. Like, it was really,
right? Yeah,
a lot more educational than I expected.
Mickey stuck at taking his car to the air clean facility.
Goofy screaming at him. Oh, gosh, Mickey, need a fucking ticket.
Something we can all identify with, right?
There's this cool part of the Haunted Mansion where you're going through the ride and you look in the mirror and there's a ghost sitting next to you, and you turn to the ghost and he screams in your face, "Do you want me to fucking explain this ride to you again?" I'm like, oh, Jesus, man.
All right, let's eat the Tunnock milk chocolate coated caramel wafer biscuit. So the company,
this could be really good.
Tunnocks, or Tunnock, Tunnocks, and it's candy bar shaped, but it's much more of a rectangle, flat rectangle, a little shorter.
It looks like almost like the Big Cat. You guys know the Big Cat, that like super thick Kit Kat?
And this is from Scotland, actually, it turns out.
So it's how many wafers here are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4 wafers. caramel in between, maybe some crispy bits, chocolate covered.
It's a girthy bar.
Yeah. I know you just took a bite, but what are your first impressions?
If you just saw me take a bite, when you give me a fucking second.
Do you need me to explain the rating system? Because I will. We rate this on a 5-point scale. I love dat, like dat, indifferent to dat, dislike dat, and hate dat. And which one are you going to rate it, Geiger?
I don't know. It's weird because this is very, like you're right. You think it's going to be kind of a Kit Kat, but it's very soft. It's almost like there's no. Maybe it explains it because it says biscuit, but I think biscuit is just
biscuit,
British term for a British term for cookie.
It is.
It's softer than I would have thought, and I think part of the benefit of these type of things is that you get that texture difference of like the crispier wafer inside or whatever, but I've never cared that much about texture, I guess. It tastes fine. I'm trying to think, is there caramel or anything else in there besides, is it just supposed to be chocolate and wafer?
I mean, it says caramel, literally the biggest word on the package.
It does? Oh, goddamn. Yeah, I didn't even notice it. I was looking underneath. I was thinking that was the name of the bar. I wasn't even looking at it. I don't taste a ton of caramel, I'll be honest. It's a little, it's in there, but it kind of just tastes like sugary chocolate. As it is, though, I think it's good. It's a little softer than I would prefer, but I think it's pretty tasty. I'll give it a like that.
All right, Chad?
Geiger, when you were on It's a Small World, you know, and it gets into like sort of like the northern snowy area.
Yeah.
Did you look up? Because if you look up at the ceiling, you can see that like up above you is like Rudolph, and he's just like ripping a huge fart.
Oh, yeah.
Overhead. Did you see that part?
No, I didn't. No, I should.
The northern area.
the old northern area of the small world.
and Santa's like, he is not the first to fart this way, nor will he be the last.
You can also see Jon Snow at the wall.
Yeah. Remember in It's a Small World when there was Jon Snow? Remember that?
Remember Daenerys Targaryen was in the hot area?
The caramel flavor here is definitely like more subtle than I kind of expected.
Yeah.
I wish the whole bar was just a little more flavorful. Like I wish the chocolate packed a little bit more. I wish the caramel hit you a little bit more. I wish the wafers were a little crispier. I like where their head's at here. I think this could have been truly great with, you know, just a couple tweaks. It still tastes good. I am going to give it a like that. But yeah, I wasn't blown away like I thought I might be.
I think it might have been at a like at first bite. But
like
I think,
at first bite?
But I think caramel should be strictly forbidden with these wafers. Like it just is really, it takes away from what is good about the wafer, like the crispness of the wafer.
Right.
And all I can think about when I eat wafer bars is a Reese's stick.
Yep.
Which is the gold standard.
Yep.
For how these should be done.
It's a sponsored Reese's pie. That's all we ever do is shit on stuff because it's not Reese's.
I mean, when he's right, he's right, you know? And he's right.
It just seems like a big mistake. Like it just tastes a little, I know it's not stale, but it tastes stale-ish when you put that caramel in with the wafer. I think that is a mistake. I'm going to give it kind of a high level and different. I have no issue eating it, but it's underperformed. So we've got 2 likes and a different. Hopefully that won't be the top score. Let's go next to the Terry's Chocolate Orange. So chocolate orange is actually, there's people I know who love those where you buy those chocolate oranges that are in an orange shape.
Yeah.
And you can like peel into slices and eat it. And this, I feel like, is probably similar, even though it's just a regular candy bar shape with kind of little discs that you can break off.
Yeah, the bar is very interesting. Like looks like orange slices laid on top of each other.
Yeah.
In general, though, do you guys like chocolate and orange as a combo?
I don't mind it.
I'm not a big fan of those other chocolate orange candies, but we'll see. It's probably the only time I've had it.
I don't like fruit and chocolate together that much in any case, but this has got milk chocolate with real orange oil on it. That's what it says in the ingredients.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, better than fake orange oil. I don't know.
Chad, you're going to be up. What'd you think?
I have to say this bar surprised me a little bit. This seems like to me this is actually the kind of chocolate that I wish was on the wafer. You know, not necessarily. I'm not talking about the orange flavor, but just like the quality of chocolate. This tastes like a little bit better chocolate to me.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm actually thinking like, oh, if this wasn't orange, you know, this might actually get like a love dat from me. I think it's really, really good chocolate, even if it was just by itself. I think I'm going to stick with a strong like that. I actually don't mind the orange combination here. I think this is a well-made bar, and despite the fact that chocolate and orange together is not my favorite, I think this still executes really well. So strong like that for me.
I agree. I'm pleasantly surprised. I like this much better than other chocolate orange combinations I've had. I think the orange is toned down a bit to where it's actually adding something to the bar. It's a little something different than your standard pure chocolate bar. And I have nothing against eating a Hershey bar, any other straight chocolate bar. I think those are always good.
Very brave of you.
I think this is nice. But I'm also kind of torn. You know what? I think I'm gonna for the same reason that I downgraded that first one. I'm gonna upgrade this for really sort of perfecting this chocolate and orange combination. I'm gonna give this a love dat. I think it's really tasty.
I think that's fair. I was pretty close there too.
Okay,
I guess the whole time I was eating it, I was wishing it was a Reese's cup with an orange slammed on top. But so hate that. No, like I said, I'm not a big fan of fruit and chocolate. I do like this one. Mm-hmm.
Can I just say, I just real quick, because to interrupt you, I just wanted to say I maybe my proudest moment as a father happened today, which was I took my daughter into famously mentioned previously on the podcast, George's Zoo, a local convenience / liquor store. And I told her she could pick out one piece of candy while I was getting us sandwiches or whatever. And she comes up to me and she's holding the 2-pack Reese's cup. And she just holds it up and goes, "Daddy, it's a Reese's cup." And
nice.
And nice. I was like, my work here is complete, you know? Anyways, go ahead.
I know that's awesome.
It's a big moment in a child's life.
Yeah.
We just talked, I think, over text a couple weeks ago. I asked Jake what his favorite candy bars are, and he named a bunch of shit, and he didn't name like Reese's at all. It was fucking terrible. He's not my son anymore. I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
No. So I think what's good about this is that it makes sense actually that I read it was orange oil, because it doesn't taste like orange exactly. It tastes like when I drink like a cocktail that has like an orange rind or orange peel in it. You get a little bit of that almost bitter flavor of orange, because it's from the squeezing of the rind instead of the actual fruit, and I think it makes it taste a little better. So I won't go as far as Novak, but I do think this is a solid like that. I still don't love the combo, but the chocolate's really well made and the orange isn't overpowering. So like that for me.
All right, there we go, Terry. He delivers with the orange chocolate bar.
My boy Terry. Or girl, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Segment time. And
here we go.
Time for the segment.
We're going to be doing a Christmas version of a segment we've done in the past. I'm going to be reading off some different gifts, some stories of real gifts that people got for Christmas. And you're going to tell me, was this gift a sweet gift to give, Or is this crazy? All right, it's the sweet or crazy Christmas
the old
edition.
Sweet or crazy
Christmas edition.
Usually it's people doing romantic things, and in this case it could be from anyone. These gifts are from all different family members. We'll see what you think. We got 8 of them. So we'll get started with kind of a basic one here. This says, my uncle got me a giant block of cement once. He put random things throughout the block and gave me a miniature hammer and chisel. I actually chiseled through the whole thing and found some coins and what appeared to be an arrowhead. All right, so unique gift, right? That's something.
Yeah, it's
different.
unique.
So, Geiger, you think this is a sweet gift, or is this something that's kind of nuts?
You gave me a chore for Christmas. You gave me a chore. So my kids have actually gotten miniature versions of these. Like you see those like science-y sets where they're supposed to be stuff.
Dino egg or something.
Yeah. And all it results in is my kid getting pissed off, me having to help, and like sand all over our fucking kitchen table.
Pile of arrowheads filling up your drawers.
Wait, what?
So many.
What is this dino egg? What is this?
There'll be little science-y kits, and there will be something embedded in like a sand block, and you get a hammer and a chisel, and you have to be like an archaeologist. And
how hard is it to chisel away sand? Don't you just like shake it and all the sand falls?
No, it's like hardened. It's like baked into a cube. Yeah. It's like hardened. Okay.
Made to take kids keep them busy for half an hour.
I gave them a bowl of sand. They reached their hand and pull it out.
Yeah, right.
Merry Christmas.
The fuck?
It's actually, I don't even bother wrapping the presents anymore. I just buy a sandbox and stuff them all in the sand.
I just drove past the beach and threw them out the car window and said, "Find an arrowhead." Merry Christmas.
Don't come back till you got a fucking arrowhead.
But like going through, like having to chisel through concrete. Plus, like I'd be worried I'd be smashing the thing I'm supposed to be finding with the chisel.
Right.
And the thing, it's a lot of work for like a fucking arrowhead and some coins. Like what kind of, are these good coins?
It did not specify, but
medium coins.
High quality coins.
That's a 1944 Denver Mint. Don't get you so pissed off about that. It's a hell of a gift.
I think I might have. Did I mention before how I used to get jars of pennies for Christmas?
And you had to look through them.
Yeah, it's the fucking worst. This is one step up from that gift in which I had to chisel my way through jars of pennies. So no, this is a crazy gift. That's also a lot of work for the gift giver.
Right.
Yeah.
Jen?
Yeah, it's like, he's like, I took the time to put all 50 state quarters in this thing. You better find them all. Do you think that dino egg, they were inspired because they went on Small World and saw people digging in the beach area of Small World?
Right. The beach are notorious for having dinosaur eggs in it.
Yeah.
It's the Cretaceous period of It's a Small World.
Well, where else does he think a T-Rex gives birth? On the beach. Enjoy the waves.
Could be in the Himalayan mountains.
Could be. Anyway,
great. Yeah.
So,
what the fuck is going on?
Where does he get that dino DNA?
In the middle of a cement block. This is really fucking crazy, and I think the main reason is because of what Geiger said, that like the actual fucking shit. Like if your gift to me was like 5 fucking like coins, like the entire 1965 set of coins and an arrowhead, and you put it in like regular wrapping paper and handed it to me, I'd still be fucking pissed. Like no cement, I'd still be mad that was the gift. Like so to put all that shit in cement, like there'd be a giant fucking diamond in the middle of that thing or something, like
wow.
Or like a Nintendo Switch or something in there.
A Nintendo Switch? You're just chiseling your way through a Nintendo Switch, just smashing into it.
Like a new in-box copy of Mario 64 or something better be inside there, for all that work. So this sucks. Crazy.
Oh, it's tough to get your hand on arrowheads these days. Thank you, Joe Biden.
Remember when he outlawed arrowheads?
All right, next one. Graham's got me a hospital gown and said that would make a nice dress if someone sewed it all up. And then they just said that was weird. So the grandmother got a hospital gown for the person and said it would make a nice dress for you.
The grandma didn't even sew it up herself.
No. Just
Does she work at a hospital?
And it didn't say. There wasn't much to that particular story.
This is like chucking somebody a ball of yarn and be like, this would be an amazing hat. Get to work. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
Maybe grandma knows if she shows a little ass, then... just
Hold on, grandma's modeling it for them too? Is that what's happening? Did you want this? You gotta take it off me.
Wants her granddaughter to get dates, so she's like, I need to get her something that's gonna show off.
No, she wants her to sew up the back.
She knows she's not gonna do that.
My lazy bitch of a granddaughter's gonna let her ass hang out in this thing.
So Chad, what do you think? It's a grandma, so is that sweet by default?
This is grandma in like a nursing home or something. Like, why is she? Why is she doing that?
That's where she got it.
I'll tell you that after you call her crazy.
All right. Well, here's what I'll say. Like, a lot of times gifts from grandparents, maybe not the best gifts. We all know this, right? So there is sort of like a lower bar from the gifts from the grandparents, because they're just they're gonna probably get you like, the same 1932 set of quarters that they got you last year. They forgot they got it for you. So from that standpoint, like, at least it's a piece of clothing. You could you could wear it around the house as like a reverse robe, or something like that. You don't actually have to wear it outdoors.
Sure.
So yeah, I'll say it's a little sweet because. She's thinking that the kid might be cold.
Yeah.
The kid might be cold, so I'll get her something that won't warm her up in the slightest. Uh-huh. You also don't have to wear it at
Grandma's
all.
Gonna gram.
I like her like, well, you don't have to wear it out. You can just wear it at home. I don't have to wear this shit at all. Here's the thing.
Wear the fucking gown.
Here's the thing. So Grandma, here's the thing what happened, okay? Grandma ran out of arrowheads and didn't realize it until it was time to... Yeah. She went into her arrowhead drawer. The box was empty with a note that said, buy more arrowheads. And so... She's like, shit, what do I got? And she stated, I bet you that gown was grandma sized. Okay. Like she had just been to the hospital. It's like, well, I'll just give him this and say it's a dress. And then the thing is, she knows it's a bad gift because she's saying as she gives it to them, yeah, just sew up the back. Like, I know this is an inadequate thing I'm giving you. Mm-hmm. And I'm expecting you to do the work to make this semi-plausible, but who in the fucking right mind is going to walk out into the grocery store wearing this hot new fashion item of a gown, a hospital gown?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Come on, that's going to be... When we're old grandpas, we're just going to be giving shit from our house. That's just...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's a bedpan I'm not using. You're going to have to wash it. All
right.
So this is crazy.
So you got crazy.
Yeah, she's nuts.
All right, next one says, once I received a clock with a gigantic moose on it. I hate the woodsy theme, and the worst part is every hour the moose takes a loud groan for 60 seconds. There was no way to shut it.
60 minute-long nut from this moose.
There was no way to shut it off, apparently. That's what it says. My mother-in-law bought it, and since she is at my house to watch my kids every day, I can't put it away. Every time the moose groans, she laughs and says that it was the best idea she's ever had.
Every time? So once an hour, she cracks up?
And then the last one says, last line, I've tried to break it several times without luck.
This guy sucks at breaking stuff.
It's a smashed clock on the ground, and this moose just still going, fuck!
Takes out the batteries, and the moose is still nutting. Like, oh, yeah! Yeah! Get that finger up in the battery compartment. Oh!
All right, Gagger, what do you think?
This is awesome. Like, I want to hear that moose groan so bad. This, like, I can understand it's going to be super annoying after a while. We've had things like I had this clock for the basement that the ticking was like way too loud, and we just took the batteries out, and so the clock didn't work, so we had to throw it away. Or like one time my daughter
took the batteries out, and then for some reason it stopped working. So we just chucked it.
My daughter got this. My wife got my daughter for her birthday last year, like this crazy candle that you light the top, and it's all these candle points together, and then you set it in the cake and turn it on, and it blooms into this big like fiery thing, and it plays music and keeps spinning. And so she blew it out, and then it wouldn't stop playing music. So I took it out and I turned it on, and it kept playing music. I threw it in the trash. You could hear it in the trash. And so finally, Evie's like, "Oh, it's so cool." I pulled it out and like, "Oh, let me see that." And I threw it on the ground and I stomped on it and just smashed it. I was so fucking sick of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'm a real man. No, I don't know. It's just, I was angry. So
I will say the best part of Small World, though, in the north part is the nutting moose.
They've made that part of the Olaf ride now. You go on the boat ride, and like Elsa's just stroking Olaf off, and he's going, "Oh, is Olaf the moose, or is that the dude?"
No, he's a snowman.
Oh, that's even more problematic. Do you want to be a snow? Oh God! He's just nutting. No, Sven, right? Is the moose?
Yeah,
anyway,
sure.
I don't know. I've never seen
the moose gets jerked
nutting.
off.
I need
the moose gets jerked off.
Which Frozen character is nutting? Tell me.
No, that's definitely. This is definitely sweet. I want that clock,
Chad.
I think maybe your smog check place was a clock, and you got there on the hour where he just screams "fuck" for a minute.
Check your tickets. Check your tickets.
The fact that if it really groans for a full minute, full minute, like a minute is a long fucking time for like a single sound to go.
Also,
you know what I mean?
For a nut, how long is this thing nutting?
Yeah, right. Like
60-second nut.
This thing's nutting for longer than it takes me to get to a nut. So,
fucking pompous moose.
I hate this fucking moose.
Does the moose's eyes like roll back in its head, like, oh?
If it really truly goes for a full minute, that is fucking hilarious, and I would also be laughing every single time I heard it. I think that's a great gift. Sweet.
Okay, 2 sweets. Next one. The worst gift I've ever received was for my birthday from my boyfriend. After being together for a year and a half, he got me a Red Baron pizza. I also got a stupid card and a bag of peanut M&Ms. I don't even like peanut M&Ms.
That's crazy.
So, Chad, he tried. What do you think this guy getting a Red Baron pizza for his girlfriend?
He certainly tried to get broken up with.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this guy like wanted out of this relationship post-haste and was too much of a wuss to do the breakup himself. On the other hand, pretty good pizza.
Yeah, Red Baron makes a good slice.
Yeah.
And peanut makes a good M&M. Or whatever.
Yep.
And a shitty card was the third thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
cards are expensive these days.
They are. Probably more expensive than the pizza.
He throws a pie wedge thing and a pizza slicer at it, and is like, "Get chiseling on that pizza." This is really awful, truly awful gift. This wouldn't even be like a good gift for like a Tuesday dinner. You know what I mean? Like you gotta at least get some garlic bread on the side or something. So yeah, I will say this is crazy.
I did not add though that the picture of the Baron on the front, he is nutting.
When you take the pizza out of the oven, he comes. Yeah.
Okay. That's better.
Oh yeah, really plus that up.
That was better than whatever the fuck you.
I'm available for rewrites, everybody.
The only way that was better than what you were going to say is if you were just going to go.
Every one of my rewrites is just me saying the character in the movie or story is nutting. That's all it is. Look, Now, we don't know the context of their relationship. Maybe they, like their first date, they shared a Red Baron pizza or something, or maybe there was some sort of sentimental value. But look, year and a half
Snoopy.
in, right? Yeah, it was a monumental thing of his. Snoopy has nothing to do with Red Baron pizza, by the way. It's just a guy in a plane, I think.
Yeah. Nutting.
He's just nutting everywhere. Snoopy also nutting all over Woodstock. And then what else? It was a card and a what?
Even M&Ms.
Okay, so he got her dessert. He was thoughtful in that way. Dessert. Who are literally peanutting in the bang. Yeah, I'm having a hard time swinging this into a sweet. It sounds pretty well, but it's not crazy either. It's more just inconsiderate. Like, it just sounds like a shitty boyfriend.
There's a really good chance that this guy just came home with a pizza and M&Ms and realized it was her birthday.
Yes, that's exactly
put a candle in the middle of the pizza.
100% what happened. Oh shit! I forgot her birthday. Here's a pizza and some M&Ms.
Not even like a pizza, like a frozen pizza.
Right.
So I say it's crazy just because you need to know better. It's definitely not sweet, but yeah.
All right. I had been dating this guy for a couple of weeks. It wasn't going anywhere, and I didn't think either of us took it too seriously. Well, he invites me over to his mom's house for dinner, and in front of everyone, he gives me this gold necklace. Like one that might have your name on it spelled out, only instead of my name, it says taken. When I got home that night, I bagged up the necklace plus a couple of other things he had given me and left them on his front porch. All right, so how about the gold taken necklace?
Well, point of order, was he just a really big fan of the Liam Neeson movie?
It was Liam Neeson.
It was Liam Neeson himself. He gave her another one that said Dark Man.
She opens up the closet, there's like the gray and like just all the Star Wars 1.
The Phantom Menace.
All right, Chad, what do you think of this guy shooting his shot with the taken necklace?
You guys remember Nell?
Yes.
No, I don't. What's Nell?
Jodie Foster, like, is a woman from the forest who
she's like she grew up in the wild, like, forest, and like Liam Neeson shows up as like a scientist to study her or whatever, and she like can barely talk, like she speaks nonsense.
Oh,
and then he finds out that like her mom that raised her had like a speech impediment or something, and that's why she talks that way.
Oh,
and then
she basically spent like most of her life in the forest eating Red Baron pizza.
Sounds like a shitty movie.
Yeah, so it's one of those movies that like my dad and stepmom like dragged me to when I was like a little kid or whatever, and like I've never seen it since that time in the theaters, but I vividly remember it being one of my least favorite movie going experiences. To see that as like a 14-year-old or whatever I was.
Yeah, not really made for a teen.
No.
No.
I was like, this is the worst fucking movie. And then I remember my stepmom got pissed because then like a couple weeks later I made them go see Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is like a cartoon Batman movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't know it was a cartoon before we went. And she walked out. She was so mad walking out. She's like, I didn't know it was a cartoon. I thought there was at least going to be people in it.
Wow.
Like,
angriest parent who ever had to watch a fucking
calm down.
kids movie. I only want to take my 14-year-old kid to gripping drown. I'm watching my 6-year-old's nephew. We can either see Frozen or Road to Perdition. It was the taken necklace. Yeah, that's right.
Because they are taken? Like, is that...
Right.
Just like she was his girlfriend then or something.
Yeah. Okay. That is very bad.
Yep.
Careful. Right idea, player.
For a lot of reasons, this is very bad. A lot of, patriarchal reasons. A lot of psychopossessive kind of reasons. I'm going to go with. I think this is an easy crazy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm no ladies' man, but if I know two things about women, it's A, don't buy them Red Baron pizza for Christmas, and B, don't give them a sign to hang around their neck that shows that you're their property.
Yeah.
Or they're your property, I should say. That's pretty.
This was his plan B after not getting the brand.
Right.
It's like,
yeah, you wouldn't. I couldn't tattoo you without you waking up.
Right.
So yeah, that's bad. Oh, and 3, don't take your kid to to see the English Patient. That has nothing to do with dating, though. So yeah, I think that's crazy.
They also took me around that time. They took me to go see Mr. Holland's Opus, which I also really remember hating
Christ,
as like a little kid.
You don't get to give people take-a necklaces unless you get them a DiGiorno.
Or if it's a picture of Liam Neeson's face, then that makes it cool because it's about the movie.
That's right. All right, we got 3 more.
All right.
I had mentioned to my uncle one year that I wished I could grow a beard like his. Come Christmas time, my uncle hands me the present he got me. I unwrap it, and what do you know? It's his beard in a Ziploc bag.
Oh my fucking God.
Was it his beard? Or was it his pubes?
He had the shortest, curliest beard I could ever recall.
Some strange white substance mixed throughout indiscriminately.
What? Do you just cum in your pubes and leave it there?
Yeah, dried cum in his
indiscriminate splatter of cum.
All right, Geiger, you're up first.
Oh, that is fucked up.
Oh, come on.
And then I made my girlfriend wear the taken necklace while I gave her my uncle's thing in a gorilla mask. Yeah, no, that's...
Would you ever give Jake your beard?
No, that's fucking insane. That's disgusting. No, that's crazy. That's really gross. I thought you were going to say that he took his, like, he shaved his beard and then, like, fashioned it into, like, a fake beard the kid could put on or something. But even a loose bag of hair is somehow worse. So that's no good. No good.
Fashion loose beard hair into a beard.
Yeah,
yeah.
At least it's like functional. Then you can wear it with your hospital gown.
Arts and crafts project you got there.
Yeah. This guy's already insane.
You said it was covered in cum.
It's already stuck together, according to you.
Chad, what do you think?
Well, okay, so do we know if the uncle was like a celebrity or something? You know, sometimes people try to get like a lot of hair from a famous person.
Forgot to mention it was John Goodman.
What the man who rarely has a beard, famously.
Who's the most
famous he's always giving it to people.
Who's like a person known for having the beard? ZZ Top?
Jeff Bridges, ZZ Top. ZZ Top could give you a fucking beard present for years. Other guys have beards, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Robert Downey Jr.
Famous beard guy.
Santa Claus.
The Duck Dynasty guys? I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, if it was a famous person, then I think that could be kind of sweet. But barring that, we'll go crazy.
All right, 2 more. This one's a little strange. My dad bought me.
The other ones though. They haven't been strange.
This one's getting worse. My dad bought my mom an actual human skull for Christmas a few years back. He wrapped it in a box that some toy came in. My parents are weird. This wouldn't have raised an eyebrow at my house. Unfortunately, we did our gift exchange at my maternal grandmother's, who is much less creative with gifts. My dad and brother waited for this to be the last gift given. It was a big presentation. Upon my opening it, my mom squealed and shoved it back in the box, like squealed of happiness. She was excited, but knew it wouldn't go over well. Of course, now everyone wants to know what is in the box. My grandma insists my mom take it out and show it to the room. My aunt started screaming, made her kids leave the room. My grandma almost fainted and told us to get out of the house immediately.
This is a real human skull?
I guess.
Like they dug it up from some fucking grave or something?
It still had a beard, but I mean... It
still had pubes all over it.
Pubes glued to it.
It's a pelvic bone covered in pubes.
It's just a skull fashioned out of dried cum. Indiscriminate white into a skull. Yeah. I mean, I can see why the grandma would be freaked out by a cum skull.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Yep. All right. So, what do you think of this numbskull? Is it a good idea to give this gift? Chad, you're up first.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that person says that this would be like normal in their family, anyways. That was a very weird throwaway line there that they had, where they were just kind of like, "Oh, my family's a bit weird, so this would be okay." Like, wait, what? Roll that back. But to then go, like, they knew what they were doing, you know, like, you can't do that at a gift exchange and make a big deal out of it and not expect other people to want to know, you know, so they kind of knew what they were doing. To me, that's a little shitty, just a little. So I'm going to go crazy on that.
Geiger? I mean, she did like the gift. This is one thing.
Okay, here's the thing. I was just going to say that. I'm assuming this guy knows his wife well enough to know what she wants, and she liked it. Like, she really liked it.
Mm-hmm. But just because you get somebody a gift they like and it's really fucked up, does that make it okay?
Well, but again, it's only, to me, the fucked up part is giving someone a gift that either does prove you didn't think about them or is just fucking gross. This is gross, but because it's gross to us. But maybe this lady is some sort of like, I don't know, bone lady.
Like she's a bone collector.
Maybe she's like an archaeologist. Maybe she's like a scientist of some sort and like wanted to just display that. Like people have.
Maybe
like,
she's the crypt keeper.
It didn't say if it was like a historical. Oh, this was like
a Neanderthal skull,
or this is like, oh, this is it.
Bob from the car wash.
Doesn't pick up his dog shit. Here he is.
And it's like,
this is the skull of Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Well, then that's okay. But
right.
You know,
this is
anything less.
This was fashioned from Alexander the Great's cum. But no, it's like you see like those like skeletons and stuff that science teachers have. That's not fucked up. It's a learning tool. So, and I guess the other, like, I am kind of cracking up picturing them going like the guy from Seven, like, what's in the box? And they're like all freaking freaking out.
It's a Red Baron pizza.
It's wet. It's melting. Well, the other thing too is like, okay, it's weird that it's a human skull, but if I was there with my kids and someone pulled a human skull out of a box, I wouldn't scream and panic and sprint toward the door, pushing my kids out of the house.
Probably an overreaction.
It's a fucking bone. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
The skull did groan for 60 seconds.
It's just under the tree, and one of the presents would just go. Every once in a while.
It was that mummy's larynx.
I am
for a minute
because this is clearly a well curated gift for this woman. I'm going to actually give it a sweet. I think he was thinking of her, and that's what she wanted.
All right, here's the last
human
one.
remains.
This one's sweet as fuck, let me tell you.
Oh boy, I can't
wait. 3 years ago, I got a shake weight Christmas morning. When I opened it, my dad laughed and yelled, "It's for practice when you get bored in the dorms," while making a jacking off hand job gesture in front of my grandparents.
Okay. This is definitely something I can see my dad giving me as a joke. I can see your dad doing it as a joke and thinking it's hilarious. Mm-hmm. It is kind of funny. It's very awkward to do it in front of your grandparents. Mm-hmm. And it is like, I mean, you can use it to work out, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if those are good at working out or not, if they're like handy tools.
Gonna guess no. Gonna guess it was a gimmick to try to exploit a cranking off motion.
No, I read somewhere that the Rock owes his current physique to multiple shake weights. He just shake weights all day, one in each hand. Yeah, I think this is funny. I'm going to give that a sweet too. I think it's funny. I don't think there's anything wrong. It's not like a disgusting or malicious. It's a bad joke, but it's not like gross or insane.
Chad, what do you think?
I mean, it's if you're in a dorm, aren't you normally like sharing it with somebody, right? So like,
he's supposed to shake it for you.
Yeah, like if he's gonna give you a shake weight, he should also give you like a sock to hang on the door or something like that. Tell your roommate don't come in. I'm shake weighting.
It's an exercise tool. It doesn't actually get you off. There's not a hole on the bottom.
I don't think you're using it right, Geiger. Yeah, this one's pretty sweet.
All right. So there's some Christmas gift ideas.
Yeah. Head on down
to shake weight.
Human skull store.
All right. We've got what appears to be a very tasty snack upon appearance here. It's the Galaxy Smooth Milk Chocolate Bar. I'm trying to think if I've had Galaxy branded stuff before, but it looks very like Dove-ish on the cover.
It doesn't say anything about Dove on the back.
Little chocolate segments.
It does say it is made by Mars Ireland. So it is Mars Company. If you've had a smooth chocolate bar, it's just that same sort of thing.
Yeah, so it's just like little bumpy segments. You break them off. Pure chocolate all the way through. A little bit thicker than a Hershey's bar, I'd say. Right? Maybe twice as thick or something.
All right. So, this does remind me, if I ate this with my eyes closed, I'd probably just think it would. My guess would be that it was a Dove chocolate bar. I really like these smooth chocolate bars. I think they are tasty. I'm always glad. It's a nice change of pace from some regular candy bars I get. And like I said, I don't mind that there's not something else mixed in there. I actually think if they tried to put in little pieces of cookies or crisp rice or something, then it would probably make this worse.
Yeah, any kind of indiscriminate white substance in there would probably make it worse.
If they tried to glue pubes.
If you had to chisel through all this chocolate to find an arrowhead somewhere in there, it wouldn't be any good.
So I think it's really tasty. I cannot downgrade this on it just being plain. I love this thing. It's very good. Happy to be eating it. So I'm going to start with a love dat. And Geiger, what do you think?
Novak, just overflowing with affection for these snacks tonight.
Wow.
They're delicious.
Is that three? That's just two loves and a like, right?
Two.
For you?
No, I had indifferent my first one.
Oh, you're right. I'm with you. I think this is delicious. I think it's one of those like I think a lot of these I think for the smooth, they just up the dairy content of them. So you can really, it tastes really creamy. It's a really rich chocolate flavor. I'm with you that they don't need to put anything in it. I think if there was something in it, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but depending on what it is. But this is really good. I'm going to go with you. I also love this. This is tasty as shit.
Okay.
Chad's going to ruin it.
Here we are. We're on the precipice. Now this is the last, one of the last snacks we will eat this year. And it has a chance for a basket of puppies. We got two loves here. It's not even necessarily won the episode either yet, though.
Right.
Chad really doesn't like this thing. It could still lose to Terry's Orange. So, right. Chad, what do you think?
Well, I think the two of you are probably bigger fans of the plain chocolate bar than me. I rarely reach for a plain chocolate bar. To me, like just like a Hershey's is not a love that. Just a plain Hershey's. Like the chocolate is just not good enough. I really, really do like when stuff is mixed together. Or mixed in with the chocolate. I always think it sort of enhances it. Now, a big exception to that would be like the dairy milk bar. Which there the chocolate is so high quality that I will eat it on its own. And I'm going to say this reminds me a lot of that Dairy Milk bar. You know, like you guys said, it is really creamy. It's smooth. It is delicious. And I said that I wanted us to have like some better snacks, kind of close it out on the year. And guys, we've done it. This is a love dat for me. Yeah! It's delicious. Galaxy bar.
Oh God, yes! Wow, a basket of puppies late in the year.
Man,
it's delicious. It's a good one.
Look at that beaten buzzer shot we threw in from half court there, right before the end of the year. Jesus!
All Mission right, accomplished. Rearranging the order of snacks.
There was nothing in this episode below an indifferent, and we have not had that in a while. So
just a single indifferent given today.
Yeah.
Good job, Geiger.
Very good snacks. Yeah,
thanks.
Epcot has done it. So Geiger, where can the listeners contact us?
If you're concerned about the damage that reindeer farts are doing to our environment, you can donate money to stopthefarts.com. That's a new charity I put together while we were talking just now.
Good job.
If you've ever been taken by someone, and wear that proudly around your neck. If you enjoy human bones as presents, maybe let us know why. I'd just be curious to see like what you do with them as display pieces, things like that. If you've ever gotten a really crazy gift, if you've ever wanted to tell us what snacks we should eat or tell us what you think about the snacks we've already eaten or ask a question from the mailbag and all that stuff, you can reach us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, # You Tried Dat. We are on YouTube and Instagram. We also have a Facebook group called You Tried Dat. Really would appreciate it if you left us stars and reviews and likes and anything like that wherever you're listening to your podcasts. And let some friends and family know if you think they would enjoy hearing about beards made of cum-filled pubes. You let them know. There's probably a niche audience for that. Yeah. And as always, thank you for listening.
I wonder if we will still be on Twitter by the time this episode comes out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we might be. Yeah.
It's currently crashing and burning before.
Come to our Discord at.
All right, tell me which
Instagram will still be there. That's a good one, anyways.
We'll start doing these on TikTok. Can we do that? 30-second TikToks of the episode.
So tell me which of these gifts. I'm going to take the moose clock out because that's the one we all would definitely want.
Yes,
so which one you would most want and least want? And the reminder was cement block, hospital gown, Red Baron pizza, taken necklace, Ziploc bag of beard, human skull, and shake weight. Which one sticks out as something you might actually...
Probably the pizza. I'd at least eat it. I mean, I'd like to eat the pizza.
Well, I'm not interested in the pizza that much. I don't particularly like pizza most of the time, but it did.
You do like jacking off, though.
Oh, okay. Peanut M&Ms.
I do like jacking off while I eat peanut M&Ms. Yeah. There is that. Yeah, that one's probably the best one. I think the shake weight could be funny. I think the taken necklace could be funny. Around the right person's neck. At a party or something.
Spoken like a true fucking serial killer.
Jesus Christ.
I know, you just pretend you're like, I like the movie. I don't know.
It's pretty funny. You put it around the neck and then you put him a leash,
around your
a ball gag, and lead him around the house.
Neck.
Oh, okay.
So the right person's neck.
Yeah, a serial killer does not refer to their own neck as the right person. The accurate victim.
I just meant like if you had the right personality for it, you could pull it off.
So is the worst the beard or the human skull? Like those definitely.
I think it's the cement block. That's the worst one to me. I don't want an
arrowhead in there.
No.
That's badass.
Yeah, but you got to do so much work to get that arrowhead, right?
The worst is if you had to crack through the cement block to find like strewn hair inside. That would take forever.
My beard's in this block. Get chiseling.
I guarantee if I sent you like a cement block with a bag of peanut M&Ms or something in the middle, you'd be like, Geiger, what the fuck? And you'd be annoyed, but you'd be much more freaked out if they gave you a Ziploc bag of my beard hair. That would be gross as shit.
Worse than the skull. I'd worry much more about you than if you gave me the skull.
The skull would be the most worrisome.
I guess now that I'm thinking about the skull, because I did say it was sweet.
Yeah, you did.
Where do you get it? I'm not asking because I want to buy one. I'm just asking because is that available, or did you have to
Amazon Prime?
I know on eBay you can't sell human body parts because there was an article about an athlete, a
That's
pitcher.
how you know?
Yeah, because I made some inquiries. Because I was I Googled or I eBayed bigger dick somewhere. And I couldn't get one. I was going to staple it to the end of
Jeremy's
mine.
not using his in prison. Can I buy his?
Yeah, just lop it off. No, an athlete got bone chips removed from his elbow or something and tried to sell them on eBay for some reason.
Jesus Christ.
And you weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you'd get one.
Well, next...
Was he confusing bone chips for potato chips? He's like, oh, it's a good snack.
Yep, that was it.
Okay.
He was yeah, that's a dumb joke. I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
No, it's terrible.
Say
it's
it.
Not, I was going to say he was. It doesn't even make sense.
Say it.
He was in the graveyard section of It's a Small World. That just makes sense.
You go around the corner and now you're in Hades on It's a Small World. You remember that part?
Remember when you go on the river Styx and you pull souls out of the fucking street? The boatman is there.
The devil's there torturing some Chinese stereotype figurines.
It's a small world after all. Slicing a bone out and handing it to you.
Next week we've got the Christmas episode. So make sure you are here to speak with Red Pill Santa and the whole gang.
Join us in the Christmas section of It's a Small World next week.
Red Pill Santa and his farting reindeer.
That'll do it for this week. We'll be back next week for trying out 3 brand new songs.
Deuces.
Yep.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.